Good night, everybody. Brendon O'Brien here again. I wanted to give you a serious video. Remember I told you all that. What I came up with was talking about agency. Ended up kind of coming on the topic last night into this morning, trying to figure out my own nonsense, and then I kind of figured out some other people's issues going on at the same time. So, to begin, let me explain to you what agency is. I don't mean special secret agency or none of that nonsense. This is no Mission Impossible. What I do mean is having control over your life. That idea that you are the agent of your own destiny. That's your agency, your ability to move yourself from point A to point awesome, however you want to get there and wherever you think awesome is. Your ability to choose those things and to choose the path towards those things. That's what agency is. The problem with it is, most people don't have it. The majority of people who are going to see this video are people who say, I don't have my shit together. And then a slightly smaller number of those people are people who say, and I can't get my shit together because I don't know what that means yet. I don't know what my shit is. I don't know how to get there, to that better place, what that better place is. How do I get myself involved in that place? And that kind of bogs them down with this entire idea of I'm not going to be worthy enough. I don't have what it takes. I don't have any special skills. I'm not special. I'm not worthy. I'm not awesome. And I guess that's reasonable. Everybody has those thoughts, those days. It's nonsense. You need to take that and throw it away. That, what I did there, is what you're supposed to do with that thought. Let me explain to you why. 1. If you do believe in a God, and well, some days I do, I think that everybody here does have something that makes them. Is the reason why some people will talk to them and not talk to the next person 2 seats down in a bus, or the reason why they have friends that care about them and would call them up just to see what they're doing and ask if they want to come down the road. Is the reason why people have people who would just call and ask them specifically for help with just one thing. Is the difference between an architect and a graphic designer? Is the difference between a journalist and a columnist? Is the difference between me and the rest of the human race? What makes me is a question that most people ask themselves, and most people do realize that they have the answer right in front of them. What makes me is the fact that I am driven, apparently extremely lucky. I have yet to get over my arrogant streak, and I have no desire to. Yes, I'm arrogant. You're going to realize that in a very short space of time. And I have no problems with that. None. Those are the things that make my personality very unique and allow people to draw towards me and allow people to push away from me. It's the same for every other single person. Everybody has that. Everybody has that thing that makes them. That's 1. 2, nobody can do that but you. It's the same thing as 1. It's 2. Nobody can do what you do like you. And even if somebody could do what you do, they could still never do it like you. And that's fantastic stuff. Even if you're not the greatest at your game, you're better than somebody else, and you bring something to the table that's completely different to the people that's on top of you, and that's fine. That doesn't mean that you're anything lesser than them. That doesn't mean that you're less creative or less talented. It just means you got your own thing going on. 3, and this is going to be extremely difficult. You need to give me some build up. Actually, it's not really that difficult. The whole thing about it is that idea of agency is up here. Your destiny is all yours, regardless. Depending on how you define destiny. Every single move that you make, including not making a move, including not thinking that you can make a move, including thinking that the move to make is not yours, including thinking that everybody else making a move is your move. All those moves determine your destiny. But at the end of the day, you have a move. That's all it takes. That's what voting means. It means that somebody out there said that this to them is the best thing out, and even if that best thing doesn't end up becoming the thing, you showed them that you didn't want that nonsense. That's what it is. It's simple. It's simply about taking that step and being confident in that step, and then realizing maybe that even if that step doesn't change the world, it changed you. And that you should see the value in that step, and to see the value in the thought that made you make that step, and never doubt it again, because that was something that you saw to be the right and best and feel good thing for you. It's like the split second between choosing a doubles or a gyro. Now, you like doubles, you like gyros. They're both good, you know. I'm personally a doubles man. Not necessary. What I'm saying is, in that split second, you decided that maybe I'm partial to doubles. Doubles was the best thing for you today. That's what you felt for, that's what you wanted. And even if on that day, gyros were cheaper, or you passed 2 gyro places, or you end up buying UE doubles, at the end of the day, nothing was wrong with choosing the doubles, you know. Nothing becomes less valuable about you saying that you was feeling for doubles that day. And after you eat those doubles, even if you could say that, boy, this double is real mess. Even if you could say, boy, that double is real mess. You could still say, but I felt for doubles and I'm glad I bought. Somewhere in the back of your mind, you could at least say, boy, I was really feeling for that doubles, boy. I couldn't help it. I didn't have a choice, but you did. And you can't doubt that. You can't doubt your ability to make that step forward and to value that step. And that's what agency is all about. Being confident in taking that step, even if you're not sure where that step really takes you, or what happens when your foot touches that ground. But at least you knew that you made the move for you, and that you didn't doubt it for a second, and that it didn't matter what anybody else thought or did around you. You took that step. That's all it takes. And when anybody could decide that I am going to make that move, the destiny is already in their hands. So yeah, basically all I'm saying to those people out there who do think that they have that grasp on their life, that's because they spend too much time doing this. Not enough time doing this. And that doesn't only mean grabbing out at the things that they want. Sometimes it means grabbing in and acknowledging the fact that the things that they have, the things that they value and they cherish, are things that they did work for and that they wanted, and that there's nothing wrong or less value about those things that they have in their hand. And that when they understand that they had the power to get all these things that they love now, they could understand that the things that they want there, it's all about this. Blessings and peace.